there is no need for new legislation because local government units are responsible. Now, what do I mean by that? First, you have the power of police, the police power, and the general welfare clause. What is needed here is the mayor to be able to make sure that they are able to follow the warnings of the MGB. Now, some mayors have no money, some mayors have. But there is the governor. There is the congressman. Who is your congressman? In Naco. He's here. I know.
Now we recognize Congressman Rufus Rodriguez for his question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And we see the national government, the MGB, already doing its job. They have already given to the local government units. They have given to Cagayan de Oro, and because of my request, the congressman was given the geohazard maps for the 2nd district of Cagayan de Oro. In other words, there is no need for new legislation because local government units are responsible. Now, what do I mean by that? First, you have the power of police, the police power, and the general welfare clause. And you can therefore prevent and you can therefore remove people there. But situation, Mr. Chairman, is as Shakespeare said in The Merchant of Venice, mercy tempers justice. There has to be mercy to the people. So there has to be relocation. Cagayan de Oro was hit December 16, 2011, a sad day for Iligan City and Cagayan de Oro. 1,400 died. And I was there during the time. I see people dead in churches, in front of churches, on top of the bridge of Cagayan de Oro, died. Because they were living in no-build zones at the time. Wala pa namang 2011, there has been no MGB yet. But there has been already a determination. So what happened? All the houses along the Cagayan de Oro River were really wiped out now. Okay. So when that happened, the city of Cagayan de Oro, with the order of President Pinoy, ordered that nobody should return to the area. And even now, nobody has returned to the area because of political will. But when we said that they will not return to the area, we built 40,000 houses. And how we do that? Your congressman, the congressman, with the mayor, went to NHA, went to Ramon Ang, went to MVP. We went to the Federation of Filipino Chinese, Alfonso Uy, the president, because the congressman and the mayor are there. I was helping the mayor. And so we were able to build. So now, nobody's there anymore. It may, the waters may rise in Cagayan de Oro. If there's a big rain in Bukidnon, the paradise province of Congresswoman Larni, but then nobody's there anymore. And it's now parks. So therefore, Mr. Chairman, what is needed here is the mayor to be able to make sure that they are able to follow the warnings of the MGB. Now, some mayors have no money, some mayors have. But there is the governor. There is the congressman. Who is your congressman? In Naco. He's here. I know. He's here. And so therefore, there's no need. All you have to do is to ask your congressman to be able to get the NHA, to be able, yes, andito na.
Yun na.
Malaki kasi nangyari eh. Malaki yung nangyari doon eh. 50,000 people were displaced. So, yan. Ang point dyan is that you will prevent people from returning to the MGB declared geo zones. But before you can do that also, we want to temper that with your action to ask to the governor, you look for the land, and then a land suitable, it's not suitable to, it's not open to danger of, of landslide or flooding, earthquake. And then what happens? You and the governor, you see your congressman. Because the congressman here is the one who can call the NHA to make sure that they are going to already address this problem. Kasi nangyari na nga ito eh. Ayaw natin na mangyari ulit ito. In Cagayan de Oro, wala na kaming problema. Because wala na. Nobody is in the banks of the rivers anymore. And so, therefore, it's really, Mr. Chairman, the political will of the mayor to go to whoever is will be able to help you. Because secondly, once you have the building, police power, they can never return to those areas because otherwise they will have meet the same fate. So that is why MGB is doing his job. Cagayan is prepared. We have the geohazard maps. Nobody stays in already in a no build zone. Now, doon sa, I was in Leyte. Nag-ano doon, Hayan. My goodness, they're back at they're still there near the sea. But so those are the dangers again. If another tsunami will again, anong tawag ng storm surge, yun. Pag nandyan yan, delikado na naman. So that's why we should be able to learn from what has happened in the past. But after all, George Santayana said that you cannot forget the past to be able to go to the future. You have to really, the past, marami lang ang ano dyan mga landslide. And you didn't learn from the past? Yun. So therefore, ito. So that is what I am in favor of the department, but the national government is averse from creating departments. I also am the author of Department of Water Resources. I'm also the author of the Department of Fisheries and Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. They will never come to be approved kasi sobrang time bureaucracy. So ang ano na lang dito is that we help each other. Okay? So LGUs take the lead. Cagayan de Oro did it. You're going to do it, but you need help. Now, I see Apex here. They have shown already in very good presentation that they have helped in the 110 tents. That's what we started with. After the storm, we built so many tents. United Nations came over, everybody went there, and we have tents. But then when the tents were there, we were constructing already. And so I asked Apex now, so have you found already the suitable land? And will Apex also build the houses there?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
We actually acquired 2 properties now in Mako, in Barangay Calabcab. We have 3.2 hectares and another 2 hectare properties that we already asked the MGB to inspect. And I think they also approved the land use for that properties, Your Honor.
Yes, so there's already a donation. Now, we'd like to ask with the NHA. Hindi naman pwede na lahat private sector eh. So like in Cagayan de Oro, NHA was there, and then the big business were there, and then the Filipino-Chinese Chamber. So they were all there. But the leading agency is NHA pa rin. So what happens now? Can you now commit that we are going to also build there in that 3 hectares, 2 lots of Apex? Apex is donating that, correct, to the residents. You see, we have to thank Apex eh. Ayan, may lote na.
Mr.
Ano
Chair,
pa ba?
Mr. Chair, to answer, hindi po kami NHA. NHA is different. It's
Yung NHA, yes, I know, it's different. It's not part of the HSUD, no?
but we already committed with Apex Mining that we will assist in the technical. We'll help in the technical aspects because we approve subdivision plans and assistance.
Technical aspect, we want money. Money.
Mr. Chair.
So we need that because we would like to, but I would like now to ask the recognition
If the-
of my seatmate because he has the solutions to the problem of his district. Please.
Before that, for the information of the body, the Department of Disaster is now approved by the TWG, and they will be submitting their recommendation to the host, to the mother committee. And second, we invited NHA. We sent an invitation to NHA, but they haven't, I guess there's no representative from NHA. But should there be any succeeding hearings again that we will conduct, we would definitely make sure that NHA will be around. Thank you, Manong Rufus, for your questions. And now we turn over to the microphone to Congressman Gonzaga. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is in response to the statement of my good friend, Congressman Rufus Rodriguez. Sinulat na po sa akin yung National Housing Authority. Natanggap ko lang kanina in my office. This is dated May 9, 2024. Ang NHA naman, they will be visiting our province, Davao de Oro, on May 16 and 17 para titingnan na po yung lupa na nabili ni
Yan.
Apex sa Malamu daw.
Yan yung ating congressman.
Pero to whom do you,
Ah.
to whom, I'm sorry, Congressman, asan mo po dinonate, asan nyo dinonate sa LGU, yung lupa ninyo, Apex, yung nabili ninyo?
Well, Your Honor, we're still in the process, but we were looking for several properties. We have two in Calabcab, and then we were still looking for other
Yeah.
properties. So
So,
maliit po kasi yung nakuhang
List
initial
po.
tulad.
ito po yung sulat and I will be furnishing the committee sa sulat ng NHA po para makita ninyo na talagang may aksyon ang local government
Yan.
ng Mako, ng barangay, as well as the province of Davao de Oro, as well sa suporta naman ni Apex. Second po, Mr. Chair, I would like to raise this point. Napakahirap kasi yung biglang maghanap ng relocation site. Kasi ito kasing Masara Lines, Mako, it's, I should say, 80%, 85% mountainous terrains. Talaga yung sabi ni OCD kanina, parang imbudo po, bundok-bundok, river sa gitna. Kaya nung landslide po, February 6, inupuan kagad ito ng Mako, probinsya at saka stakeholders together with the DNR, MGB. We requested the immediate action of the MGB na hanapan ng relocation sites. Kaya lang sa 20 relocation sites na sinubmit ng LGU, 10 lang po yung approved ng MGB. Sa 10 na yon, 6 doon ay may mitigating measures pa. You cannot just buy the property without doing the recommended mitigating measures of the MGB. Sa 10 na yon, 6 yung may mitigating measures, lahat dyan, 2 lang ang may private title. Titled owned by the private person. Yung iba, ancestral domain, CADT. Kaya pag meron action si LGU, si probinsya, at saka si Davao de Oro province, we have to talk with the CADT, with the IPs. And we have to talk with the private owners. And kung maghagal-hagal na sa presyo or sa use of rock ni issue ni IPs o through FPIC, kailangan naman natin ng authority from the SP, Sangguniang Panlalawigan or Sangguniang Bayan, the case may be. Kaya hindi madali po yung relocation sites na yan. The problem is, talagang tinitira yung mga LGUs dyan. Kaya we need all the agencies to help the LGUs explain to the local folks bakit ganito ang proseso ng gobyerno. Hindi naman private funds. Buti nga may Apex, diretso bili. Yun naman kay Congressman Rufus, kung dalalhin mo lang si Mr. Ramon Ang sa amin, talagang tapos na ito. Di ba? Ang problema, iba din eh. So talagang we need your help on this matter. Kasi yung namang lupa na only NCIP, ani CADT, kailangan naman ng FPIC yan. So hindi naman dali na proseso yan. Kaya MGB, OCD, DZUD, NHA, DILG, we need your help on this matter explaining to our people bakit ganito yung proseso ng gobyerno. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Ruel. Yes, maybe after with the kind indulgence of my colleagues here, maybe we can ask the barangay chairman because this is the first time they appear before this committee. Then we would give them time to also give their inputs, maybe their position. Opo. You respond to your.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I would like also to add dun sa kasi again, this true, it's a private and government sector na dapat magtulungan, no? In fact, the Honorable President, His Excellency President Marcos already issued EO 34, yung mandating all local government units to identify idle government lands para magamit for housing. So I think this can also be used areas in Mako kasi na-inform na ho yung mga LGUs to identify idle government lands para ma-assess ni MGB if it's suitable for housing, then we can utilize it for housing or relocation if need be.
Sabi ni Congressman Ruel, 80% of Mako are Masara Lines. 80% is just hazardous area? Do you 80% dun sa area na yon ay geohazard?
Mr. Chair, as described, it's mountainous po. So mostly they have landslide threat po.
So mahirap talaga yung relocation na I just want to ask Apex again, how did you able to manage, how did you able to buy this and saan nyo i-donate yan? Where, to whom do you plan to donate the land that you purchase?
To the
Municipality, no? Para magkaroon ng relocation site sa mga area. Thank you, Apex.